Alright. I believe we are live. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of our Langrisser mobile series. It is Thursday indeed, the fourth Thursday after the last major update. 1 second please. It is indeed time for new characters, and this time I am very so interested in them. It's specifically in Christiane, and if we get the chance, then I would like to explore why I think she's so useful. And I guess we'll do the same for Suzette. And that way we'll have both bases covered. I know that there are amazing videos already posted, so please enjoy them for a more in-depth screening of them, or better explanations of how to use her. But I will just exemplify what is in there and what is interesting to me. Alright, also we'll begin with the challenge stages as always, because we want to squeeze those extra tiny crystals. And here we go. Alright, so Suzette, Christiane, both amazing examples. We're gonna begin actually with Suzette. She has to not take damage and defeat cool-headed succubus within 2 rounds. Let us go! Of course, well, we skip everything. So what do we have? Suzette alone, and she has to kill this thing. And she also has to take no damage. Oh, that's quite a challenge. Kienpon. What a long intro. Okay, so what happens here? Enemies stopping here suffer mobility -3. Okay, so is anything of this rapidly loading? It's the cooldown reduction thing. Multiple enemies in a straight line, dealing blah. 2 enemies are hit. 3 more are hit. Damage increased by 100%. Multiple enemies in an area, dealing blah. I'm a little bit confused, but it seems like we can do this. What is the other one? Yeah, I don't want to get hit. So let's start with this and see what happens. Kienpon! Oh, that seems to be 3C. Boom. Pretty cool. Okay, that's a healing, that's not cool. I see. Okay. I guess this is correct. Hopefully this kills the stunned person in 1 shot. Yep. Boom. And I guess now we do this. Nope, that was not correct. Oh god. Please clock me. Okay, so technically I don't think this enemy can catch us if we move correctly, so bad news to them. We restart our show. Boom. And then I guess we can do this again. Enemy moves up, gets hit. Perfect. So did we do everything? No damage, and we defeated. Yeah. Bye bye. Oh no, potential. Potential. Is it okay? Are we fine? Was she drunk? Alright, well that seems slightly better than Joshua, if you ask me. So that's sad for our beloved Joshua, but that's what it is. 50 gems over there. Very drunk Suzette. Next one, win within 4 rounds and no one from your team was killed. Okay, I guess that means Christiane has to tank. I would like to see if this is activated. Yes, it is. So here we go, back and skip. Once we finish this, we'll be able to pull it. Alright, so just go. Let's understand the danger zone. That's a healer. That's an attacker. That's an attacker. And I think... Noblesse obliged, yes. Blah, yes, that is correct. We want to get rid of the stacks whenever possible. Ah, damn. That was a slight miss. But I guess it's fine. Ooh, mass attack. Okay. So let's go here and heal up, I guess, ourselves. Because then we have the passive. Passive healing is not enough, okay. Let's do this. Cancel this. Cancel this. Us here. And once again. Oop. Watachi kanpeki desu wa. I am perfect, I think that's what it means. Yeah, let's go with the princess. Then I guess we can start here. Then finish it off. Oh, of course. Well, let's see what happens. Beep, 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 ding, ding. Counters enemy. Petals. Very good. And what will be the... Okay, a heal. So let's heal ourselves. Stun number 3 and we have to win at 4? It's quite demanding. Okay, let's punch... Wait, did we remove that last thing? Yes. Why do we have this twice? Okay. Okay. Alright, and then I guess we can try to finish them off. Did not work out. Like this? Yes. Alright, good counter. I think her revive should trigger, no problem. Yeah. And then a heal. So we have to win at the end of his turn, I guess. That means we should kill the healer. That means we should start punching the healer. Good. Can we manage the skill? Yes, very good. And then we go like this. Nice. And then we go like this. And done. Turn 4 clear. Very good. Alright. Now onto the pulling phase. And we need to first set our conditions. We currently have shy of 200 pulls, I guess, which is really not a lot. It's barely one pity and some coins. So we'll see how we do. However, as a new MU just started, if we don't make it in this round, our goal is to obtain 1 Christiane. Then we can push further any type of content that we have not yet completed and thus obtain the rest.
Thought I would wish you luck live.
Oh, thank you, Eternal. That's super cool of you. And thank you, Soda Popinski. Welcome both. I hope we have some good luck. Alright, let's begin. First 10. So, we're looking for Christiane. Her name is cool. And she says Watashi. How cool is that? Nothing. On to 20. Nothing. Go for 30. We passed on the last Macholotto skin to do this, so let's go. Nope. We are approaching average pull rate. And honestly, last pull I had was well below average, so I would not mind some luck to compensate. 40. Nope. On to the 50s. Nope. Average, see you. It was nice to meet you. Bye bye. On to the 60s. I really just want Christiane, please. Nope. 60 was not it either. How about a 70? Also, I'm totally willing to go down to 0. I don't think there's anything in the coming months that super interests me compared to Christiane. So I think I will be fine. I would prefer to pull anything before pity, that would be cool. But here we go with 80.
Looking like pity, sad face.
Yep. In any case, we'll go to the 90s right now. And once we reach the 90s, we're gonna do single pulls. Because, you know what? 91, 92 is still better than 100. Nope. Holy shit. Here we go, PT. We're getting closer to you. 91. Gotta scavenge as many pulls as possible. Because who knows what we're gonna get. Oh, there we go. See? 91. Alright. Go single pull Christiane. Just bless me like this. Wash. It was so predictable. I think this is our situation since the last 12 banners. Something like this. Okay. 91. Pity number 1. We are 90 pulls away, I guess. Or, yeah, very close to 90.
Not this way.
Not this way, indeed. 101. E for victory. Oh my god, I went for a single pull. 92. Cannot count anymore. I got kinda scared at that time. 102, here we go. A little bit of luck would be super okay game. I really would not mind a Christiane. Like, honestly, 112. Here we go. Nope. 122. You can do this. 122. Sadly, 122 was not it. But you know,
I got says at 92. Took 160 and last pull for Chris.
Oh, that is super cool. But I forgot to mark the S for SSR. Of course, I could not tell the game that I wanted an SSR. 100 and... now I lost the count. 32? 42? It's like 42. 152. Brutalization. 162. Oh my god. I'm being brutalized here. Not like this game. 172. Because we are ridiculously below average. Like so far below average. And even further beyond. 182. Yeah, I don't think I'm at 82. I think I'm 72 right now. I just saw the crystal remaining, and the math does not check out. Game still doesn't care. 173. Why do I need to suffer like this, people? Come on. That's clearly not it. 174. $175. No, come on, 200 pulls for one SSR. That is so unfair. 176, and we're now scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Not like this.
Not like this indeed. 177. The number is cool, Christiane. You can come to us. It will be fine. We believe in you. Well, it was golden at least. 178. The R for SSR. We believe. That was the one chance. 100. Wow, that was a broken screen that we managed to do. 179, I believe. We can skip. Oh, I want to click this and see what happens. Damn it.
Trolled.
And 180, which apparently we had quite round. Come on, we can do this. Nope. Not even close, baby. I guess 180 pulls is just not enough nowadays. I understand, game. I understand. Alright, so what can we do in order to understand what we got? So, do I really want to review this? Yeah, you know what? Let's not be sore losers. Suzette. Suzette is considered the better Joshua. I guess there's not many more ways to say this, except she's not princess. I guess that would have been better. But if you have Hilda, for example, you could be fine. Daddy, of course. Epsilon, of course. And there's other ways also if you want to buff her. There's many things that are special about Suzette that set her quite apart from Joshua. The first one is that the talent is just weird, but it includes damage
If AoE
dealt.
comes back, she is pretty good.
Yeah, that is very true. She has very interesting AoE tactics. It's very counter non-mobile people. Sadly, that's not the current meta. The current meta is absolutely insane about mobility. So I'm not sure she's gonna fit right now, but who knows what happens in the future. Crit chance and damage dealt to targets in Suzette's line of sight increased by 15%. So that's just damage increase. And it doesn't mean that it's her damage, it could be any damage. When actively attacking and dealing critical damage, deals fixed damage to the target and all enemies one block adjacent, right? So it's a little bit better than Joshua. It's a power creep over Joshua. You can easily say that. Each target can only be hit once by this effect. Yep, we know this from Crimson. Then, if you want to look at the skills, let's go with the 1-stars. There's Detect, which is not really that necessary in this case. She has plenty of crit. Is that her only other? Yeah, interesting. And then there's this one, which is basically an inbuilt clock. Not to mention that it increases crit chance by 30% for 2 turns. So you don't even need to build her for crit. She will crit. That is the cool thing. Then, standard guard ignoring attack. 1000 arrows, making its second apparition in the game compared to Varna, actually. Also neutralizing fire, another apparition from Varna. Passive skill Swagger, which it reduces the skill of enemies within 3 blocks. I just don't find a use for this ever. Ruthless, in case you really want your damage to go crazy on 1 skill. And then let's look at the special things. Aerial Bombardment.
You could spam AoE with her and Varna 3C.
Yeah, that is very true. You can spam a ton of AoE. Choose a friendly unit and launch them to the target location, then deal physical damage to enemies in a 3-block area around the target location. So not only is this a set-up teleport, it also deals damage on its own. And the things you can teleport could also be massive. It could be Vincent ready to explode again, or a tank ready to be in position while also damaging the enemy. And if the fight goes on for longer, you can just teleport in place and then still damage enemies. It's yet another AoE, right? So sometimes teleports lose value the longer the battle goes, but not this one. That's very interesting. This one we saw, it's a line attack, and if it hits 2 people, it deals more damage, and if it hits 3 people, the last person gets ridiculously damaged. This is gonna be huge, something to take very, very good care of in case you see it in battle, but a little bit of positioning already defeats it, so not that important. And then the massive explosion of Doom Destruction. Not only does it deal a lot of damage in a long range, right? Like 5 blocks is really a long range. It's a 1 ring, which may not be the biggest, but in a tank push situation, it's very destructive. Also, you can cycle these things very fast thanks to her inbuilt clock. And then it deals a bunch of damage. It puts the fixed damage debuff on enemies, which a lot of people have protection against, but whatever. And then in 2 turns, it will deal damage in that area again. So that's quite important. I'm not sure what happens if she's dead by this point. Not sure if she gets to use it. But I think it's easy to see, it's easy to understand that this is kind of an improved Joshua. Her line attack is even 7 tiles compared to Joshua's 6, right? So 7 blocks, Joshua has 6. I don't know if Joshua deals more damage, but you can easily see that the power creep is here. You can also use any sort of things. I'm guessing some of the assassins make way more sense. I doubt there is a catapult build, but it also exists there. And if not, you can always carry some tanky troops in case you're just doing AoE and being happy. Cool. That is it about Suzette. Let's check out... Oh, I wanted Christiane. So, Christiane opens up in the game the first of a series of tanks that can actually faction buff all at the same turn. And there are so many implications of this. The first one is the liberation of a second 2-point slot, right? Because usually you have to bring the faction buff and the tanking skill. Second, which is also ridiculously obvious and important, is it only takes 1 turn to set up. However, the craziest part of all of this is really the fact that you are never off of cooldown from tanking. That is actually quite big. There's only one downside to this. It's crazy that I call it a downside, but it is true and it's worth mentioning. There's the advanced Holy Guard effect cannot be dispelled is not the same as the guard range increased to 2 blocks buff. So these are 2 different things, and what this means is if you get lucky enough to very quickly dispel the blocks in 2 blocks, and maybe even throw in an immune passive immunity, passive disabling, sorry, then this person cannot tank for 4 turns. That's huge. I guess it's worth mentioning, right? Like, tanking skills usually go 2 turns. But to be fair, all of the other upsides to faction buff tank skill are just way, way, way better than the current setup of faction buff and tanking skill in 2 separate ones. But let's also check what else she can do herself. Damage taking is reduced by 25%. Punkt. That is just ridiculous. The fact that it says nothing else that is necessary is just, yeah, damage is reduced. Good. I think it's on par with Hilda's. I don't want to lie, but I seem to remember that. Then there's the thing that improves over stars, but in this case means that she would gain more at lower stars. So it really makes battle a little bit harder, I guess. You gain stacks of a bad thing. It says damage taken increase by 2%. It cannot be dispelled. If the unit has 2 or less, then you revive 1 time. There are ways to remove them. The easiest one is to is to get attacked or attack yourself, I believe. Blah blah blah. I forgot. Yeah, okay, it's not quite here, but I think it says somewhere like, I don't know, around here. When you get attacked, you lose one of these. I will check out where it is actually. Is it here? Yes, there we go. Lose blah when melee attack takes 5% reduced damage and deal 10% increased damage. That's pretty good. So this is really, really effective. There's also one other cool thing to notice. She can counter at 2 blocks. So traditional ranged attackers are screwed as well. However, we currently have Tensica and Lucrezia. They are the ones loving staying at 7 billion range. Yukio as well, I guess. But everyone else will get kind of screwed. Then, when we go onto the skills to check, she has very basic things like Holy Shield, and then her very unique one-pointer, Floral Realm, lets you throw away one of the debuffs that she starts with, so you can cycle through them when you have nothing else to do. It has no cooldown and it has no spam. You can still use this after losing all the Floral Realms. You can still use this after losing all of the Effulgence stacks. So it removes one of the stacks and then grants the target blah. And in this case, there are 2 buffs. One is damage taken reduced by 35% of AoE. AoE damage taken reduced. It's very situational, but I guess it could help someone survive. Especially those super strong attacks that exist today. And then the other thing is the one that allows Helena actually to go absolutely insane. After taking action, if this unit did not deal damage, it deals a ring around it, and it lasts 2 turns. So what you can do with Helena is Chivalry, then let it explode, then this explodes, and I think Helena can be faction buffed by Princess. I could double check that. But all of these would also trigger the Ranting Sword effect, right? So just by doing Chivalry, you get 2 rings of AoE damage. Then you do her super special attack that explodes, and that's like that time, and then another time, and then the ring of explosion again. It is just a ridiculous amount of tiny explosions that just go off, and if all of them trigger Ranting, you can probably sneak in a kill that opponents did not expect. So be very careful when you see a Christiane possibility and a Helena possibility.
Helena is Empire Glory.
Empire Glory, thank you very much. Then it's not about the Princess buff, it's just about the Petal buff. But that combination is still quite ridiculous and can sneak by a kill without even the need of an assassin. Alright, what other things does she have? That's the only one pointer? No, there we go. Also attack break, I don't guess many people would use this, but it exists. Then, 2 pointers. Justice, we know this also from Emily, I believe, if I'm correct. It's basically the cooler version of Holy Guard that Ledin has. So it replaces attack. Magic defense is the stat that you want to stack for her in any case, I believe. Yes, magic defense, that's correct. So it also lets you punch with it, basically. You get Holy Guard, which I believe is the exact same skill as Emilia. You gain the Holy Guard effect, and also you increase the tanking range. Then we have Flower Formation. When there are 3 or more friendly units on the battlefield, gains command effect, causing friendly units within 2 blocks take 10% less range damage, and this is land use aura. This is critical damage by 20%. Yeah, it kind of sounds like land use aura. 2 or more friendly female heroes gains a command effect, causing friendly units to take less magic damage. Wow, that's absolutely insane. So you have a lot of benefits of bringing this passive. I can see why, but you lose the ability to lose stacks of effulgence during combat. MDef command, I don't believe you need this overkill in order to keep this going. The same goes for Def command. I guess it was not needed to give her both, but she has them. And then this other one that we mentioned, where every combat you lose a stack of the bad thing. It is important to notice that if you don't face a 6-star Christiane, she may die on the first go, right? Like, it's not that easy to drop the stacks if you rush Christiane. So pay a lot of attention when you see a Christiane on the battlefield. Check how many stars, how many stacks of effulgence or something like this. Did I say that correct? Effulgence was correct. You see on her, and then that will make your life easier. I believe that her class is actually always not spear, right? That was correct. You can have a horse form. You can have a sword mode, kind of similar to Albedo in that case. Wait, Albedo does have a horse. No, it's a demon. It's a demon form. Okay, never mind. But I think you understand what I mean. It's not a Lancer tank. But she can use phalanxes. She can use angels, which is, I believe, kind of unique to tanks. And she can also use Empress Personal Guard in case you think that could be a cool idea. There are plenty of options. If you are fearing magical damage, I believe Angel is the way to go. If you're feeling physical damage, then Phalanx is the way to go. At least that's my current guess. If you're fearing swords, then maybe you need to take something else, like the Empress Personal Guard. In any case, Christiane opens up the game for the future because there will be 2 more heroes incoming with a guard and faction buff at the same time. The first one will be Freya, or the second one will be Freya. I cannot remember now the third, so if anyone else remembers, please put it in the comments or just say it right now. I'm pretty sure there are 2 more characters coming up that will have this type of thing. Alpha, right? Alpha did it too. That's at least what I'm trying to remember. I cannot really tell. Okay, so we have reached the end of the video because we did not get lucky. I will have to farm, of course, all the crystals that I can in the coming 2 weeks. And out of that, I will continue pulling until hopefully I report that I got the character. In any case, this is all that I have for today. Thank you all very much for watching, and see you next time.